Hello friends and welcome to DigiiMento. So let's begin today's discussion. So we will be discussing this unit, policies, governance and administration. And in this particular unit there were 3 modules. And out of these 3 modules we have already completed 2 modules. So 2 is already completed. So we just have one more module to go, which we will begin today. So let's begin, and if you are already attending the classes now, please let me know in the comment section. Send me a hi, hello, so that I'll know that you have joined the live session. Okay, so let's begin. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe, and also please do press the bell icon for receiving more notifications from us. And if you are preparing for GATE, NTA, UGC NET or PGT Computer Science, you can avail our online courses. The online courses are available and you can find the details of the online courses from our website. This is our website, www.digimento.com, or you can call to this number for getting more details about the online courses that we provide. If you like this video, please do like it, and also please do press the share button so that you can share it with your friends also. So if you like it and if you think this video is beneficial for you, please do share this video with your friends as well. So quickly let us go to today's schedule. Okay, so we have already discussed about the Constitution of India, which was the part 1 of this particular unit. So of this particular module we can say. So this was the first chapter. So we discussed about the Constitution, about various sources of our Constitution, then the Preamble, fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy, fundamental duties, list of fundamental duties. Sorry, then we discussed about the Union Executive. The Union Executive, so Union Executive consists of the President, then the Vice President, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. Then we discussed about the Union Legislature, about the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, Speaker, then regarding the State Executive. We discussed about the Governor, State Legislature, then we discussed about the Indian judicial system consisting of the Supreme Court, the High Courts, etc. Then we discussed certain terms related to polity and administration. So then after that we have discussed about the important government bodies. We started with Election Commission, Union Public Service Commission, State Public Service Commission, Joint Public Service Commission. So I think this is where we have stopped our discussion. So we will start with Finance Commission today. Yes, so we will start with the Finance Commission. So hello everyone. Hi Pooja. Hi Rani. Hi Sumati. Hi Manish. So let's begin. Starting with the Finance Commission. So Finance Commission is again a constitutional body, and Article 280 provides that there shall be a Finance Commission. So since this has got a mention in the Constitution, Finance Commission is said to be a constitutional body. Constitutional body. Hi Lipika, good evening. So it's a constitutional body, and it has a mention in the Constitution under Article 280. Now it's also a quasi-judicial body. So what is meant by this quasi-judicial body? So quasi-judicial body means it's partially judicial in nature. partially judicial in nature. So it's a quasi-judicial or partially judicial body. It has been constituted by the President of India after every 5 years or every 5th year. So the Finance Commission, it's constituted by the President. Finance Commission is constituted by the President every 5th year. So in every 5 years, Finance Commission is constituted by the President of the country. So appointment is made by the President. Now the Finance Commission, it consists of a chairman and other 4 members. So total membership of Finance Commission is 5. That is chairman plus 4 members. So total is 5. So Finance Commission consists of 5 members, chairman plus 4 other members. Now coming to the functions of the Finance Commission. Functions include the distribution of the net proceeds of taxes to be shared between the center and the states. The functions are very important. So Finance Commission decides upon the distribution of the net proceeds of the taxes. So net proceeds means aggregate. So Finance Commission decides regarding the distribution of the aggregate or the total proceeds of the taxes that has to be shared between the central government and the state government, and the allocation between the states of the respective shares of such proceedings. So this is decided by the Finance Commission. Finance Commission decides regarding the distribution of the net proceeds of the taxes, which has to be shared between the central government and the state government. Second one is the determination of factors that should govern the grants in aid to the states. First one is regarding the taxes. So first one is regarding the distribution of taxes between the central government and the state governments. Now, second important function is regarding the determination of factors that should govern the grants in aid. So, what factors should be considered? What factors should be considered in providing the grants in aid to the states by the center? Central government provides various grants in aid to the states. So, on what basis this grants in aid should be given? This is also decided by the Finance Commission. So first function is to determine the rate of distribution or how much taxes or distribution of net proceedings of taxes. So, from the overall net proceeds, that is, taxes are an income or revenue for the government. So, out of this total revenue earned from the taxes, how much has to be distributed to the states? The distribution between the center and the states. Now, second point is that the factors to be considered for providing grants in aid by the center to the states. So, factors to be considered to provide grants in aid. Grants in aid by the center to the states. Okay. So this is about the Finance Commission. Next is regarding the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So CAG or the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So again, CAG or the Comptroller and Auditor General is the chief auditor of the country. So CAG is again a constitutional body provided under Article 148. So whatever body has got a mention in the constitution, it becomes a constitutional body. So CAG is also a constitutional body. Hi Josephine, hello. Now let's discuss about CAG. It is a supreme audit institution in India. Supreme means apex. The apex audit institution in the country is the CAG. Now let's see what are the reasons why it is called a Supreme Audit Institution of India. Josephine, no audio. Is there any problem with the audio? Am I audible to you? Any issues with the audio? Let me know. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Controller and Auditor General. Now the CAG is the head of the Indian Audits and Account Department and the guardian of the public purse. So guardian of the public purse, that means the government's money. So guardian of the government's money, and controls the entire financial system of the country at both levels, that is the central level and the state level. So okay, so CAG, some features about the CAG. First one is the guardian of the public purse. Now in case of Supreme Court, we have seen that Supreme Court is the guardian of the constitution. Likewise, CAG is the guardian of the public purse. Second one, it controls the entire financial system of the country, not just the central government but also the state government. Now I'll tell you some reasons why CAG is called the guardian and also the controller of the financial system, and why it is the apex audit institution. The reason is that the CAG is responsible for auditing the accounts of both the central and the state governments. So auditing the accounts of both central and state government. Okay, so CAG is responsible for auditing the accounts of both the central government and the state government. Now the CAG holds an office for 6 years or up to the age of 65, whichever is earlier. So he holds the office for a period of 6 years or 65, whichever is earlier. I think this concept is clear for you. I have explained that. So either 6 years or 65, whichever is earlier. Okay, Josephine, sorry ma'am, audio is clear. My earphones not working. Sorry. It's okay, Josephine. That's absolutely fine. That's okay. You can tell me whenever you feel that there is some issue. You can tell me so that I can also check. Okay, no problem. Now, the reports of CAG are taken into account by the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament and the state legislatures. Now, I'll give you a very good example to understand the relevance of CAG. Now, the issue regarding the Rafale aircraft deal. So, this issue was again raised by the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament, in which the members of opposition are also a part of. Now, the reports of CAG. So, based on the reports of CAG only, they will take up the further discussion in this case. So, that's why this is why it's called that the reports of the CAG are taken into account by the PAC or Public Accounts Committee of Parliament and the state legislatures. So, if there is any mismatches between the expenditure and the revenue, then the Public Accounts Committee will take into consideration the report of the CAG. CAG is an independent and also a constitutional body who is the auditor of the government or the protector or the guardian of the public purse. So, any mismatches between the expenditure and the revenue, then this will be taken up by the Public Accounts Committee, and to validate that, the Public Account Committee will look into the reports of the CAG. I hope this is clear for you. So, just giving you that example of Rafale deal, because the Public Accounts Committee of the Parliament found out that there was some mismatches between the expenditure and revenue in case of the Rafale deal. Then what happened? The Parliament, the Public Accounts Committee had sought for the report of CAG. So, CAG report said that, gave a clean sheet to the government, said that there is no such mismatches, and that is why the issue was then settled. Okay, so that is there. Now, Lab Singh, good evening. Nasrina, good evening. It's okay, at least you have joined now. Okay, so hello, welcome. Okay. Next one is Attorney General of India, or the AG, which we call as the AG. Okay, Attorney General or the AG. So Attorney General of India has got a mention in Article 76, which again means that it is a constitutional body. So Attorney General, Article 76, again a constitutional body. Now, Attorney General is the chief legal advisor and is its primary lawyer in the Supreme Court. So, chief legal advisor of the government and the primary lawyer in the Supreme Court. Now, what is meant by chief legal advisor? Suppose if the government needs any legal opinion on any policy matters, so in that case, the Attorney General is the person to whom the government will go for help. So, if government needs some legal help, then chief legal advisor, the important person who will give all the advices, legal advices to the government, is the Attorney General. Also the primary lawyer in the Supreme Court, the lawyer of the government in the Supreme Court. So if the government is involved in some issues and then the Attorney General will represent the government in the Supreme Court. Now, to be appointed, a candidate must be qualified to be appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court. So this is regarding the qualification of an Attorney General. So qualifications for an Attorney General. So to be appointed as the Attorney General, a candidate must be qualified to be appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court. So this is the qualification. So qualification should be equivalent to the judge of a Supreme Court. Okay. Now, as we said, the AG, Attorney General, gives legal advice to the Government of India. So legal advice is rendered by the Attorney General to the Government of India. And the Attorney General is assisted by the Solicitor General and 4 additional Solicitor Generals. So this is the composition. So Attorney General, Attorney General is the chief legal advisor. So along with the Attorney General, there is a Solicitor General, SG, plus additional 4 Solicitor Generals. Okay. So Solicitor General and 4 additional Solicitor Generals. So this is the composition. Josephine, thanks a lot, ma'am. You are so sweet. I love your way of teaching and explanation. You are too good. Thank you so much, Josephine. Thanks a lot for the comment. Thanks a lot. And Lapsing, actually I have started making notes. I faced difficulty to find it in a sequence. Okay. I will be informing that now. Okay. I'll just tell that to the team DigiiMento today. Okay, so definitely I will tell them, and definitely we will do that. Don't worry about that. By today or tomorrow, this problem will be sorted out, Lapsing. We will definitely talk about that. Okay, I'll tell them. Now we will discuss about the Solicitor General of India. Okay, Solicitor General of India. As we said, he or she assists the Attorney General. So Attorney General is assisted by the Solicitor General. So assist the Attorney General, and Solicitor General is the second highest law officer in the country. So second highest law officer. Who is the first highest law officer? It is the Attorney General. So first highest law officer is the Attorney General, whereas the second highest law officer is the Solicitor General, SG. Lapsing, thank you. You're welcome, Lapsing. That's okay. That's our pleasure. So yeah. So the first most important, or the first highest law member or the law officer of the country is the Attorney General, which is followed by the Solicitor General. Now the Solicitor General is assisted by 4 additional Solicitor Generals of India, which we have discussed. So SG plus 4 additional Solicitor Generals are there. So SG plus 4 additional Solicitor Generals. Now, unlike the Attorney General, the Solicitor General does not give legal advice to the government. So unlike, which means Attorney General gives legal advice to the government of India, whereas the Solicitor General does not usually give legal advice to the government. Next is National Human Rights Commission. So National Human Rights Commission, it is not a constitutional body, it's a statutory body. Okay. Now, what is the difference between constitutional and statutory body? Constitutional body is those bodies which have got a mention in the constitution, whereas statutory bodies are those bodies which are established by a statute. Statute means a law of the parliament. So, established by a statute or by the law of by a law of the parliament. So, National Human Rights Commission, that is the NHRC, National Human Rights Commission. It was established on 12th of October 1993. Okay. Dates are not very important. Now, the most important feature or the most important point to be remembered is that it's not a constitutional body, it's a statutory body. Now, it is established. What is, as we said, statutory body means any body that is established under a particular statute or the law of the parliament. Now, what is the statute under which the NHRC is established? It is the Protection of Human Rights Act. So, PHRA, the Protection of Human Rights Act of 1993. This is the statute under which the National Human Rights Commission is established, and the Protection of Human Rights Act of 1993 is amended by the Protection of Human Rights Amendment Act of 2006. That means this particular act, the 1993 Act, was amended in 2006 to make some changes to it. Okay, so this is regarding the NHRC. Now, the purpose of NHRC, it admits India's concerns for promotion and protection of human rights. So, the purpose is promotion and protection of human rights. So, promotion and protection of human rights. Section 2(1)(d) of the PHRA, that is Protection of Human Rights Act, defines human rights. So, definition is given. So, what is human rights? So, let's see what is the definition of human rights according to this act. It defines as the rights relating to life, liberty, equality and dignity of the individual, guaranteed by the Constitution or embodied in the international covenants and enforceable by courts in India. It's India, okay. So, this is the definition given to the human rights. So, what is it? Any right which is related to the life of an individual, liberty of an individual, equality or dignity of an individual, and these rights are guaranteed either by the Constitution or they are embodied in some international covenants or some agreements, or which are enforceable by courts in India. So, this is the definition given to the human rights under the Act, that is Protection of Human Rights Act. Next, we will come to CVC, which is again a very, very important body. So, CVC or the Central Vigilance Commission. Now, the CVC was set up by the government in 1964, and the purpose of CVC is to advise and guide the government, that is the central government agencies in the field of vigilance. So, purpose is to advise and guide the central government agencies in the field of vigilance. Now, the CVC, Central Vigilance Commission, is the apex vigilance institution. So, apex or the Supreme Vigilance Institution, monitoring all vigilance activity under the central government and advising various authorities in the central government organizations in planning, executing, reviewing and reforming their vigilance work. So, CVC, Central Vigilance Commission, it is the apex vigilance institution. It monitors the vigilance activity under the central government, and also it provides advice to various government organizations for planning, executing, reviewing and reforming their vigilance. So, it is the apex vigilance agency. That is what is more important. Apex vigilance agency. Okay. Syllabus. Solved questions later. So, I think we will go for that. We will first finish the syllabus and then we will go for questions later. I think that should be the best thing. So, we will do accordingly. Okay. Now, I think let's see how much more we have to finish. Lipika, yes ma'am, I personally want the previous year questions of this module after the session end. Okay, let's see Lipika. Let's see, let's take the opinion from everyone and then we will do. Okay, don't worry. So let's see how much more we have to go in this module. We have NITI Aayog, CBI. Then we have few schemes also. Schemes we will finish very easily. So it will, from schemes you will get a lot of questions also. So schemes we cannot skip. Anyway, we will see. Okay, I think today is Monday, Tuesday. Anyway, today we will finish for sure government bodies. So we will move to government schemes and policies today. So today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I think within 3 days we will be able to finish the schemes also. So by Thursday or maximum by Friday we will finish that. And with that we will come to an end of this module. Then after that we will see either previous year questions. Let's see depending on the questions. If we can do the previous year questions in 2 days or 3 days, then we will finish that off. If it's taking long time or if the content is very high, if I feel so, we will go to research methodology. But research methodology even I want to personally finish before you go for the exam, because a lot of questions will come from research methodology, because the JRF exam is also combined with your NET exam. So a lot of questions can come. Sumati, research topic, as you said, questions later. So we can, yes Sumati. Rani also, research methodology. So let's see, okay. Now let's come to NITI Aayog. So NITI Aayog, the first and the most important point about NITI Aayog is that it's a policy think tank of the government of India. Yes, Lipika, research and teaching is very important. Yes. So yeah, coming to NITI Aayog. So first and the foremost thing that you should remember about NITI Aayog is that it is a policy think tank of the government of India. Policy think tank of the government of India. So what is meant by a policy think tank? Policy think tank means a body which provides recommendations regarding various policies. So policy think tank of the government of India. So the NITI Aayog, it was formed by a resolution of the Union Cabinet. So what does it mean? It is formed as a result of the executive order. So executive order, so we can say that it is not constitutional. Okay, the better way to say this is that NITI Aayog is a non-statutory and extra constitutional body. Non-statutory and extra constitutional body. Now, why it is called as non-statutory and extra constitutional? Non-statutory means it is not formed as a result of a statute passed by the parliament or a law passed by the parliament. Secondly, there is no mention about NITI Aayog in the constitution as well. It is formed as a result of executive resolution or executive order. So it is formed by a resolution of the Union Cabinet. Cabinet is the executive body. So this is formed as a result of executive resolution. As a result of executive resolution, it's not a statutory body, it's also an extra constitutional body. The NITI Aayog has replaced the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission was constituted in 1950. So the NITI Aayog has replaced the Planning Commission. Earlier we had the Planning Commission, and the purpose of the Planning Commission was to lay 5-year plans. Okay, so NITI Aayog has replaced the Planning Commission. And as I said, NITI Aayog is the premier policy think tank of the government of India. So it is the premier policy think tank of the government of India. It provides both directional and policy inputs. So it is responsible for providing policy inputs and directional means certain directions, or you can do that, or this will be better, such kind of direction, and policy input. So basically we can say that the role of Niti Aayog is recommendatory in nature. So the major purpose of Niti Aayog is to recommend to the Government of India regarding policy matters. So to recommend to the Government of India regarding the policy matters. It is also responsible for fostering cooperative federalism through structured support initiatives and mechanisms within the states. Now, what is meant by cooperative federalism? We have already discussed the concept of federalism in the class. So, federalism. Federalism means we have a union government and below that we have a state government. So, federalism means the union and the state government working together. That is federalism or a federal structure. Now, based on that, so we have now developed this concept of cooperative federalism. Cooperative federalism. Cooperative federalism means the union and the state governments. So, union and states cooperating with each other. That is, the state governments cooperating with union government, the union government cooperating with the states, and the states also between themselves they cooperate with each other. So this is called cooperative federalism, and one of the major functions of Niti Aayog is to promote cooperative federalism as well. Now, based on this, I will tell you one more thing not mentioned in your syllabus or not coming along with Niti Aayog, but just telling you. So, based on this principle of cooperative federalism, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi have developed another concept, that is competitive federalism. Healthy competition or competitive federalism. That means the states are competing with each other to see which states will perform better than the other one. So, this is called cooperative and competitive federalism, where the union and the states, and also in between the states there is a competition to see who will perform better. So, this is to ensure and to improve the competitive spirit among the union and the states. So, we have competitive federalism, the concept of competitive federalism as well. So, federalism, cooperative federalism and competitive federalism. So, these are the three things related to federalism. So, Niti Aayog is a basic thing. The basic thing about Niti Aayog is that it's a premier policy think tank of the Government of India, and it provides recommendatory or policy guidelines to the Government of India. Hi Puri. Hello. Yeah. Next and finally we have the CBI. So this is the last important body that we have to learn. This is the CBI. CBI, you must have definitely heard about CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. So CBI is the premier investigating police agency in India. It's the premier investigating police agency in India. CBI derives its power to investigate from the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. So, the powers, the CBI derives the powers from the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. Okay. So, this is the statute from where the CBI derives its powers. Now, what are the type of cases that the CBI probes into? So, types of cases. So, very recent one and a popular case taken up by the CBI is the Sushant Singh Rajput case. So, the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, whether it was a suicide or whether it was a murder. So, that was one case that was taken up by the CBI very recently. So, CBI takes into account the cases of corruption and fraud committed by the public servants of all central government departments, central public sector undertakings, the central financial institutions. So, cases of corruption and fraud. So, corruption and fraud committed by public servants. Public servant means government servants. Now it takes up economic crimes including bank frauds, financial frauds, import, export and foreign exchange violations, large scale smuggling of narcotics, antiques, cultural property, smuggling of other contraband items. So these are the other cases in which the CBI can probe into. So CBI also takes up the investigation of all these cases. So with that, we have come to an end of important government organizations or important government bodies. Now we will start with important government schemes, but 2-3 minutes to go. So I think we will stop here, but I definitely want to take up the doubts from you in this session, from this session. Also, I want to know the opinion from you regarding how this session had gone. Did you enjoy it? Because this was totally out of your syllabus, or not syllabus actually, this was totally out of what you have learned in your subject of specialization. So an entirely different subject. So I want to know, how did it go for you? Did you enjoy the classes, or how was it for you? So how do you feel after the classes? So all that opinion I want to know from you. So let me know now. Lipika has a doubt. Okay, we will take that. So Lipika is asking me, what is double jeopardy in Article 20? Maybe I have written the spelling wrong. I'll explain it, Lipika. So jeopardy spelling is jeopardy. So jeopardy means, double jeopardy means that a person cannot be punished twice for a same offense. Okay, I'll write down. So a person cannot be punished 2 times or twice for a same offense the person has committed. This is called jeopardy. So this is the concept of jeopardy. Lipika ma'am, it seems tough to remember. It's my experience. It may be tough because you are not from this subject. So it may be tough. Maybe you can write your own notes. You can revise it 2-3 times. That will be sufficient enough. And see, the questions are objective type. When you see the option, definitely you will understand. You will be able to mark the right answer. So don't worry about that. Okay. Now, any other doubts or any experience you want to share regarding whatever we have studied regarding constitution, government bodies, etc.? Any comments, any feedbacks? No. Now, in that competitive federalism, competition is over department, or what is it about? It's over the states, Lal Siam Kima. Like which state is performing better in case of education, health. So there are various indices also developed by NITI Aayog, in which the ranking will be given to different states. So which state is doing well with regard to education, with regard to health, with regard to so many other factors like that. Maybe cleanliness, Swachh Bharat implementation, such things. Lipika, Article 31 has another name. No, Article 32 is called the right to constitutional remedies. That is Article 31. No, so 32. Pooja, class is good as always. Thank you so much, Pooja. Thanks a lot. So tomorrow onwards we will continue with this important government schemes and policies. So we will start important government schemes and policies. It's very simple actually, and you will get a lot of questions from here. So we will try to finish it as early as possible, maybe in 2 or 3 days. Okay. Okay, no issues, Lipika, no issues. So we will try to finish it as early as possible. So keep revising, keep studying. Okay, I'll see you again tomorrow, 8 o'clock. See you, take care. Hello friends, and welcome to DigiiMento. So let's begin today's session. So today we'll be discussing about the policies, governance and administration. And in this module itself, we will be discussing the last topic, that is the important government schemes. So this is what we will be discussing today in this lecture. Let's begin. And before that, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. And also do not forget to press the bell icon for receiving the notifications. And if you are preparing for GATE, NTA UGC NET or PGT Computer Science, you can avail our online courses we are providing online courses for the same, and the details of the online courses are available on our website. So this is our website, www.digimento.com, or you can call to this number for getting more details about the online courses that we provide. So we have already covered the first two sessions of this chapter. The first one was regarding the constitution, about the polity. Then we also discussed about the bodies, constitutional bodies or the government bodies. Okay, then so now we are discussing about the government schemes. So we have already started with the government schemes yesterday, so we will be completing that today. And if you have any doubts, that also we will take up. So if you are attending the session, let me know so that we will quickly start. Okay. Now, hi Shreya, hi Manish, hi Namu, hi Ritika, hi Rani. So, hello and welcome. Good evening. So, hi Lipika. So, let's start. Okay, you can just go through the slides as I am moving over the slides. You can just go through them. Hi Puviri. So, all this is about the Constitution. Various sources of our Constitution. Hi Rajan, good evening. So various sources. Hi Nazrina, hi, hello, good evening. Then the DPSP's Directive Principles of State Policy. Then we discuss about the President, Vice President, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, then the Union Legislature, Speaker, Rajya Sabha, State Executive, the Governor, State Legislature, Judicial System, Supreme Court, High Courts, then terms related to Parliament, then important government bodies. Okay, you can quickly revise and go through. Just take some few seconds, 2-3 seconds, just to glance over them. Election Commission, UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, State Public Service Commission, Joint PSC, Finance Commission, CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, Attorney General of India, Solicitor General of India, NHRC, CVC, NITI Aayog, CBI. Okay, so this is about the government bodies. Now, yesterday we started with government schemes and policies, where we completed the MGNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, then Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinjai Yojana, then Atal Pension Yojana, Janani Suraksha Yojana, Vaya Vandana Yojana, Stand Up India. So I think this much is what we completed yesterday. So if you have any doubts till whatever we have completed, let me know. Then we will continue. Sumati, hi, good evening. So do you have any doubts till whatever was taken till yesterday? Okay, if you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment section in between also. So we will continue. So let's take up Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. This was launched in 2014 and if you remember in 2014 when the NDA government when the NDA government started its first term, this was one of the major schemes or the most important or flagship schemes announced by them. So this was actually one of the first most important scheme. We can say one of the very popular schemes in the first term of the NDA government. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and this scheme was all related to financial inclusion. So this is a national mission for financial inclusion. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is a national mission for financial inclusion in order to ensure access to financial services like banking, savings and deposit accounts, remittance, credit, insurance and pension in an affordable manner. So this was a financial inclusion service or a national mission for financial inclusion. National mission for financial inclusion, and under this all major banking activities or banking services were covered. So basically what is meant by financial inclusion, I have to explain that because many of you may not be knowing what is the literal meaning of financial inclusion. Okay, I'll explain that. Now let us take for example, this is a larger economy and this is the core economy. So core economy means those who are privileged, we can say. So banking services are available to this core economy, those who are privileged. Now financial inclusion means including those others also from the other parts of the economy into the core banking services. So inclusion means bringing more people into the net of banking. So that is called financial inclusion. Not just banking but various banking services or financial services. So financial inclusion means bringing more number of people into the net of financial services, and for that two things are very important. One is accessibility. So one is accessibility, second one is affordability. Okay, access and affordability. Now, accessibility in the sense that, for example, rural banking. This is an example of accessibility. So, if banks are available in rural area, then the people living in the rural area will have more access to it. So, access, this is one example. Now, affordability. Suppose, for example, if you have to start a bank account, suppose you need a minimum balance of 1000 rupees. What will happen? Many people cannot afford this 1000 rupees. So, they will not be able to afford a bank account or opening a new bank account. So with that objectives, to increase the accessibility and affordability and to reach the banking services to all the parts or all the sessions of the society, this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was launched as a flagship program of the government of India. Flagship program of GOI or the government of India. Now, the national mission for, it is the national mission for financial inclusion, and as I said, major financial services are included here, like for example banking, savings and deposit accounts, remittances, credit, insurance, pension, etc. Now, accounts are being opened with zero balance. Why? This is to ensure affordability. So, affordability. Now, if you go to private banks, say for example ICICI Bank and all, they will ask you to keep a minimum balance. I think in ICICI Bank you have to keep a minimum balance of 25,000 or something. So, so in private banks it's there. Now, with Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, the government wanted to help people to start their bank accounts with very minimum balance or zero balance. This is to ensure the affordability. Now, affordability because people may not be able to afford higher amounts to start a bank account or to keep as minimum balance. Okay, so zero balance accounts, or what we also call it as no frills account. So zero balance account are also called no frills account. Okay, so these accounts are also called basic savings and deposits bank account, BSDB. Okay, now the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it ensures access. The first one was affordability, as we discussed, by helping them open with zero balance. Second one is access. Access to various financial services So access to various financial services like availability of basic savings bank deposits. So that is BSBD, basic savings bank deposit account. Access to need-based credit, remittance facility, insurance and pension to the excluded sessions, or that is what we said. So excluded session means those who are in the periphery. So core, those who are in the core, they are already getting, but those who are in the periphery, they are not getting the services. So the objective of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was to ensure the access to various financial services like the availability of basic saving bank account. Basic saving bank account means basic account with zero balance. Then access to need based credit, access to credit, remittance facility, insurance, pension, etc. to the excluded sessions to include them in the financial net. So this is about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is a very important scheme. So if you have any doubts regarding this, please let me know, and then we will continue. Why? Because this is very important, one of the very important schemes of the government of India in the recent times. Good evening, Depasmita. So I hope no doubts. That's why you are not posting any doubts. So do you have any doubts? Let me know. So we will be continuing. So if you have any doubt, put it in the comment section. Okay, it's clear. Okay. So this is about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Very important. Next is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. This is also very important. Okay. All these are very important. Now, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or PMJ. So, PMJ. What are the other names of this scheme? I mean, the nicknames of the scheme. It's also called Modi Care. Now, I'll tell you the reason why it is called Modi Care. I'll just tell you the story in brief so that you will remember it forever. Now, the reason being why it is called as Modi Care. Now, if you take the two important developed economies, one is the Europe, or we can put it as Britain, UK and US. Now, in case of US and UK, the public health policy is entirely different. So, the public health policy. The public health policy in both these countries are entirely different. In case of Britain or UK, the public health policy is that there is a well-developed government infrastructure in case of public health. So in Britain, the government hospitals are well-developed and everything is provided free of cost by the government in the government hospitals. Now, if anybody of your friends or relatives or anybody is working in the UK, you can ask them. So in UK, the model is that, the model of social development is that the government is providing everything. So the schools, even the good schools, they are owned by the government. It's provided free to its citizens. So that is the case with Britain. Now when we come to US, here there is a important role played by the private sector. So here what the government does, the government will not invest directly in healthcare or education or other social parameters like that. But what the government does is, the private sector will be given the responsibility of providing these services, but the government will reimburse them. So reimburse them in the form of insurance. So this is the model that is followed in US. And this is why this in US, this healthcare, this provision of US healthcare is called Obamacare. So this is called Obamacare because it was the former president Barack Obama who introduced this, President Barack Obama who introduced this type of system in US. So that's why it's called Obamacare there. So we have adopted the similar version from US. So under Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, what is done? Insurance is given, health insurance is given. So here the reason being that the government hospitals or the government the public health infrastructure in the country is not very well developed. So what the government is doing, instead of investing in public health infrastructure, the government is investing in insurance. So government will provide insurance to the households. So this is similar to Obamacare in US, and that is why it's called Modi Care in India. So I hope this concept, why it is called Modi Care, is clear now. Lipika is asking me how many portion are left out of this unit. Today is 1st of October. Vanaja, good evening. Lipika, this is the last one. So, I hope by tomorrow you can finish this. So, from this unit, this is the only thing left. I think 4 or 5 more topics, 4 or 5 more schemes we have to discuss, and that is all from this unit. Okay, we will see. Okay. So, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, this is related to providing health insurance. Okay, health insurance. Let's look into the details. It's a national health protection scheme. So, national means universally applicable in all the states. So, National Health Protection Scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. Now, here you need to understand what is the difference between a centrally sponsored scheme and a central sector scheme. Now, centrally sponsored scheme means that the financial credentials or the finance that is required for implementing the scheme. So, the finance required for implementation of the scheme, it's shared by the center and the state. The ratio can be different in different cases, but mostly it is 60:40. Mostly 60% center and 40% state. But there are various exemptions depending on the scheme. The ratio will change. Also, in case of northeastern states, it's 90:10. Union government will give 90%. So, centrally sponsored scheme means that the finance is shared between the center and the state government. And again, the implementation. The implementation of the centrally sponsored scheme, it is done by the state government. Okay. So, these are the differences. Okay. Now, coming to central sector scheme. So, central sector scheme, if we look into, coming to central sector scheme, in case of the central sector scheme, what happens? The central sector scheme, it is completely financed by the union government. Now, the coverage, regarding the coverage of the scheme. So, it offers a benefit cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year. So, it provides a benefit cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year. So, this is the coverage. So, remember, it's not per person, it's per family. Okay, per family, it's 5 lakh rupees per annum. It provides financial protection to families as per the latest socio-economic caste census. So, socio-economic caste census is used in order to identify the beneficiaries. So, to identify the beneficiaries, socio-economic caste census is taken. Now, here what kind of health insurance is given? Secondary and tertiary care, not primary. This is also important. So, primary care is not included. Secondary and tertiary healthcare services are included in this. Vanaja, tell them every day start the timing at the session, ma'am. Today I need to join. Okay. For now, we will be continuing at 8 o'clock. Earlier we used to start the class at 7:30, but for a few days we will be continuing at 8 o'clock itself. And if there is any changes, I will inform you in prior. Okay. Rani, ma'am, your revision and notes making video was very nice. Thank you so much. I am following everything like color pens, blank paper, margin. I like the concept too. Thank you so much, Rani. Thanks a lot. And what about others? Anybody else? Any opinion on that? Or anybody else also watch those videos? Anyway, thank you so much, Rani. Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah. Now, next we will come to Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. Okay, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Antyodaya Yojana. So it was launched in 2011. Now it revamped the Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana. So this was the earlier name. So earlier name of the scheme was Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana. Now, it organized rural poor into self-help groups. So, see how the scheme is being implemented. Here, the relevance or the point is that the rural poor, they are organized into various self-help groups and make them capable for self-employment. So, they are grouped as self-help groups and they are made capable for self-employment. Okay, and to help them develop better livelihood options for the poor. This is the purpose. So basically under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, so the rural poor are categorized into self-help groups, and also the self-help groups, they are provided some kind of training in order to start their own self-employment. Okay, so any doubts till now? गुड मॉर्निंग मैम. कंप्यूटर साइंस की लाइव क्लासेस के शेड्यूल कहाँ पर? यू कैन फाइंड इट इन द टेलीग्राम चैनल ZZ. Okay, you will get the details in the telegram channel. Okay, so I hope no doubts. Let's continue, but before that, just because Lipika asked us about the topics, we will just see what all topics are remaining in this unit. Okay, so in this unit, the topics remaining: Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, Make in India, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Shramvev Jayate Yojana, Beti Bachao Beti Patao, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, that is Amrit Scheme, Mudra, which is a micro units development and refinance agency, National Urban Livelihood Mission, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Smart City Mission, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Hridaya Scheme, that is National Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Prasad, which is Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Augmentation Drive, Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission. This is wrongly written, it's Rurban Mission. So that's all. So these are the topics that are pending in this unit. I am not talking about the module, in this unit. With this, we will finish this particular unit. Okay. So few more to go. Tomorrow we will finish it. Don't worry. So today we will maybe discuss 2 more. Okay. So Vanaja has commented self-employment oriented training. Yes. So Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana is about self-employment oriented training. Next one is Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Now this is Suraksha. From the term itself, it is regarding your safety. So it's related to insurance. So accidental insurance. Now the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana is available to people between the age of 18 years and 70 years. And those who have bank accounts. Now, why bank accounts is mandatory? This is to increase the financial inclusion. So, to improve the financial inclusion. In case of accidental death or full disability, the payment to the nominee will be 2 lakh rupees, and in case of partial permanent disability it will be 1 lakh rupees. So this is the compensation paid in case of accident. Compensation. Now this is renewable. So you can renew it 1 year accidental death cum disability to all savings bank account holders in the age group of 18 to 70 for a premium of rupees 12 per annum per subscriber. So the premium amount is only rupees 12 per subscriber. So in case of accidental death or full disability, you will be given rupees 2 lakh and in case of partial disability you will be given 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so the premium is only merely 12 rupees. So this is about Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana. Next is Make in India. So Make in India scheme. Now this is also a very important flagship program of the government of India. Flagship means most important. Okay, flagship program of the government of India. Two objectives are there. One is to make India a manufacturing hub. So first one is to make turn India into a manufacturing hub. Second one is to promote exports. So these are the objectives of Make in India. Okay, so Make in India was launched in 2014 September. The objective is to transform India into a global design and manufacturing hub. So global design and manufacturing hub. So this is the objective, to transform India or to change India into a global design and manufacturing hub. Then there are three stated objectives. So these are the objectives given by the government for introducing Make in India. First, to increase the manufacturing sector's growth rate to 12 to 14% per annum. So growth rate of the manufacturing sector to be increased by 12 to 14% per annum. Second, to create 100 million additional manufacturing jobs in the economy. So to create additional manufacturing jobs. Okay, so to create additional manufacturing jobs. Third is to ensure that manufacturing sector's contribution to GDP is increased to 25% by 2022. So to ensure that manufacturing sector's contribution to GDP. Now in GDP, there are three major sectors whose contribution is calculated. First is the agricultural sector. Next we have the industrial sector. Third we have the tertiary sector or the services sector. Now within the industrial sector, a major component comes from manufacturing sector. So to increase the share of manufacturing in the GDP to about 25% by 2022. This is the objective of Make in India. So first one, growth of manufacturing sector. Second, manufacturing based jobs. Third one is contribution to GDP. Okay, any doubts? Now next one is Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay Shramavay Jayante Yojana. So no doubts. So I hope no doubts. If you have any, please post it in the comment section. Next is Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay Shramavay Jayante Yojana. Now this was again launched in 2014 October. The objective of the scheme. So the objective of the scheme is to create conductive. Briefly explain GDP. I'll come to it. Okay, don't worry. Vanja, I'll come to it. Let me complete this. Okay, I'll come. So objective of the scheme is to create conducive environment for industrial development. So conducive environment, that means enabling environment. Enabling environment for industrial development and for doing business with ease, and also expanding the government support to impart skill training for the workers. So these are the objectives. First one is to create a conducive environment for industrial development of the industries. Second one, promoting ease of doing business, how easily you can do a business. Third one, expanding government support to impart skill training, skill development. And umbrella scheme, it's an umbrella scheme under which there are 5 sub schemes. So there are 5 sub schemes for Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay Shramavay Jayante Yojana. First one is Shram Suvidha Portal. Second is Random Inspection Scheme. Third is Universal Account Number. Fourth is Apprentice Protsahan Yojana. And Revamped Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. So these are the 5 sub schemes under Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay Shramavay Jayante Yojana. Okay. So before that, let us come to the doubt that was raised by Vanaja. So I'll just explain in brief what is GDP. Okay, so GDP. GDP is the gross domestic product. Now, from this expansion itself, the most important term is domestic. Now, certain things are important regarding GDP. GDP is the first of all money value or monetary value of all the final goods and services produced in an economy within a financial year. So, I'll explain each of them. First one, the money value is taken. Suppose a manufacturer has produced the car. So, the money value of the car will be taken. Now, how it is taken? Only of the final goods and services. Now, for example, milk. For a farmer, it is the final good. But when it comes to a hotel, this is an intermediate good. Why? Because tea or coffee is the final good. So, if the value of milk and if the value of tea and coffee both are added, what will happen? This will lead to the problem of double counting. So, to avoid that, only the final goods and services will be counted. So, only the final goods and services shall be counted. Now, in an economy means within the domestic territories. I'll explain that. Suppose an Indian, Amitabh Bachchan is an actor, so he is very rich also. Suppose he is having a business in Dubai and there he is earning some money, or he's having a manufacturing firm. So what happens? It will not be counted. Amitabh Bachchan is an Indian, but it doesn't matter in case of GDP. What matters is whether it is produced within India or not. Suppose a foreigner running a business in India and producing something, this will be added because it is produced within the domestic territory. So within the domestic territory is the third point. Now within a financial year. Now in India, the financial year begins on 1st of April and ends on 31st of March. So these are the important points to be noted about the GDP. I hope it's clear for you. Now, so any doubts for whatever we have learned today, any doubts, we will clarify them, and then we will wind up the session for today. Tomorrow we will take up Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Amrit Scheme, Mudra Scheme, National Urban Livelihood Mission, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, Smart City Mission, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Hriday Scheme, PMAY, Prasad, Sansad Gram Adarsh Yojana, Swachh Bharat, Rural. So these are the topics that we will take up tomorrow. Okay, I hope by tomorrow this should be over. This unit itself will be over. Unit 10 will be over. Then we will go to Research and Methodology. Unit 2, Research and Methodology. So that is all. So any doubts or anything? Vanaja, clear concept, ma'am. Thank you so much. So thank you, Vanaja. Rani, all clear. Thank you, Rani. So what about others? Any doubts? Anything you want to know from my side? Okay, ma'am, Lipika. So anything else? Clear. Okay. Vanaja is asking me about tomorrow's timing. Tomorrow 8 o'clock. Okay, same time. 8 o'clock will be the time. Lal Siam Kima, clear. Manish, thank you. You're welcome, Manish. So, what about others? Is everything clear? Shreya, Namu, Ritika, then Puviri, Rajan, Nasreena, Sumati, Depasmita. So any others, any doubts or anything? So I hope it's clear for you. So I'll meet you again tomorrow. If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay. Yeah, so I hope no other doubts. So I'll see you all tomorrow, the same time, 8 o'clock. Okay, hopefully no doubt clear. So Ajay Kushwaha, no doubt. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Ajay. Vanaja, thank you. You're welcome, Vanaja. And Rani, thank you and take care. Thank you, Rani, and you too take care. Everyone do take care. Okay, study well, revise well, take care of your health, take care of everything. So the COVID cases are also increasing, especially in my place. It's increasing so badly every day. So everyone do take care and be very calm and cool. Prepare for your exams really well. I'll see you again tomorrow 8 o'clock. So if you like this video, like it, and also do not forget to share it with your friends also, and tell them to join for the classes from tomorrow. Okay, so I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.